Hey everyone, I wanted to say hi, introduce myself and the rest of the group, and talk about who we are, what we do, why we do it, and what I want to do for you, and my changes for the company for the year. So I'm Teresa, and the company is TLC Motorsports Marketing. So that actually comes from previously I had started a company that was Teresa Lynn Communications. So TLC is an extension of that actually, and it just works well to play on words there. So also helping me out with the company is my son Caleb. He helps out with a lot of the writing and the researching portion of it. He's definitely my stats man. He was working towards a degree in sports marketing and realized that you can learn a lot more doing in real life. My background is that many moons ago, I graduated from Grand Valley. All of my education is from Grand Valley, is just down the road there. And many years ago with public relations, and that has changed drastically in the years since I graduated. Since then, shortly after that, a few years after that, I decided I wanted to continue my education and look towards something a little bit different, but also incorporate what I had previously done. And I looked into and actually graduated with another degree from Grand Valley in political science, which I love, but that's a whole different beast altogether as well. Um, and then a few years after that, again, I want to go back to school again and also find another way to incorporate all of that. And what I have done is a few years ago, I earned a master's degree in communication. So I have all of that background. But actually, I think my best experiences and learning experiences have come with real life learning and doing and actually internet learning. Um, so the other person in the company is my husband, Fred. We refer to him as Chief Beer Drinker. That's his own title, actually. So, but I refer to him as my question answer for racing. He used to work on a team and has a lot more racing knowledge than I do. So I refer to him for a lot of those types of questions. So this is a live video currently, but I will be sharing it to a couple different pages and places. So you won't be able to leave comments at that point. But what I do hope you do is join the Facebook group and or pages that I do mention so that we can get to know each other a little bit better. So the reason I had started this is several years ago, I was at our local track and I was talking to a car owner with a very successful team, actually a multi-car owner in a series pretty far up in NASCAR, not the top three, but pretty far up there. So that should give you a clue. He said to me he has a lot more talented drivers that could be in these cars, but they don't have the funding to be able to do so. And at the time I thought, well, that's kind of a load of crap. That's not fair. And I know life isn't fair. And I know that's really a millennial way of thinking, a millennial mom way of thinking on top of that. So I don't want you to think that that is me, that I think everyone deserves a trophy. I think you need to work hard for those opportunities. And if you work hard and put in the time, I'll be your biggest supporter that way. But if you don't put in the work and the time, if you don't get to where you want to be, that's on you. So that's who I am. So what I started with was the idea to promote short track racing and the drivers. I intend to do that, intend to increase that as well, and that will stay on the Facebook page, TLC Motorsports Marketing. So go there. That will be mostly sharing the stories because I don't have the resources and the capabilities to find the new stories. So it'll be a lot of sharing, but hopefully some driver interviews as well and some recaps and looking forward to what is happening in the racing world of short track racing around the country. We'll try, but I'm in Michigan, so mostly Midwest, a little bit Southeast, and I'm dabbling in Northeast and West Coast as well. So I do want to keep that up. And then the other part that I had hoped to do was teach drivers to market themselves to be more attractive to sponsors. And I do think that is a huge part and is very, very important to your race team. But what I want to do is expand upon that. So I think you need to start thinking of your race team not as solely a race team and that you're looking for sponsorship, but that you are a company, and not just any company, but that you are either a marketing company or a broadcasting company, and you have capabilities of doing both or all. So as a race team, you have access to certain assets, and that is you yourself, your car, your trailer, your social media. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn is a good way to reach potential partners. You have what I think you need to do is take the best of the old advertising world and mix it with the best of the new advertising world. So think about you're unique. You're unique in that you have all of this available to you. So your assets include your car. Your car is essentially the billboard, what companies can use for a billboard that they pay a lot of money for and have no way of tracking how many people they're reaching. You have your digital assets so that you can be a digital marketing company. And I really suggest you grow those and be active on them. You have your hero cards, which can be essentially an advertisement in a magazine. You are an influencer, as much as you probably hate that word. You are probably more like the Kardashians than you hope to be or ever thought you were. But think about it. Athletes and famous people, athletes have been promoters of products for years and years and years. You guys have been the original promoters of that, and that's essentially an influencer. That's why I say that. But if you take all of that, so you take all the old school and you take all the new school digital stuff, you have the best of both worlds that you can offer to a potential client. So use client instead of a sponsor. But what that means is you now have 3 full-time jobs. You have your full-time job, you have your race car as a job, and now you are a digital marketing company or a marketing company. Which is going to be the hardest part. So that's where I want to come in. So I created the TLC Motorsports Marketing Facebook group some time ago without really knowing what I wanted to do with it. This is what I want to do with it. I want to be here to be your coach to help you think about creating a marketing company of your race team. I want to be here to answer questions. I want to be here to help coach you along the way to try and find those marketing partners, clients, whatever you want to call them now. They're clients now. So that is what I want the group to be. So go ahead, head on over to the Facebook group, TLC Motorsports Marketing. Actually, I think I changed it. I'll get the name of that for you. And submit your information. You will be allowed in without the information, but if you send me your email address and such, I also intend to start up my email marketing a little bit more as well. And that will have racing recap, racing updates, as well as marketing tips too, and just a different way to get to know one another. So I hope to see you in one of those areas soon.